What's up, family? Man, I want to jump on real quick. Man, I've been talking a lot about being a chosen one. I just woke up, so I look like crap. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? I ain't even tripping. We just... I was going to delete that, but I'm going to leave it on. Man, let's go. I've been talking a lot about being a chosen one and what it takes to be a chosen one. You know what I mean? We have to grow up. You know what I mean? We have to grow up. Man, it's a trip because as I was laying there this morning, I was like, all right, God, what am I supposed to talk to the people about? And I could hear him talking about David. Stay with me, we're going to go somewhere. It's like, what are you talking about? David. So we got to understand that, you know, so often we got this misconception of what a chosen one is. You know, we think this chosen one, man, look at Beyonce, man, she's da-da-da-da-da, and look at P. Diddy, and look at Jay-Z, and look at all these people that are rich and famous, and da-da-da, and we think that's what a chosen one is. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And again, this is not about knocking them, they doing what they do, you know what I mean? But as chosen ones, as children of God, the ones light workers, healers, and star seeds, we didn't come here for that bullshit. You know what I mean? So if that's the type of lifestyle you want, you ain't a true chosen one. And it is what it is. I don't give a fuck whether you get offended or get, you know, salty about it. You know what I mean? You got to grow the fuck up. What did you come here for? Did you come here to be rich and famous and live that glamorous lifestyle? Because if you did, if that's your desire, if that's what you want, you ain't a real child of God. You ain't a real chosen one. You didn't come in to put in no real fucking work. Yeah, they working on their skills, they working on their traits, and they singing ability and dancing and all that other bullshit. That's a great distraction for the world. But they didn't come here to heal the fucking world. They didn't come here to be this beacon of hope. They came to be a beacon of hope. Oh, you get rich and famous and all this other bullshit, but not work on your motherfucking self. Not heal yourself. Not break all these fucking traditional, generational curses and all this other bullshit. See, we get so caught up on the rich and famous. We get so caught up in all these people with all these followers and all this other bullshit, and we misconstrue of what a real chosen one is. We think, oh man, God has chosen them. Man, they got 1 million followers and all this other bullshit. You got to make up your mind what the fuck you came here to do. What you gonna do? You know what I mean? Man, what's your priority? I'm going back to David. See, as a chosen one, people sit back and say, man, look at David. Man, David, he's the king. But David put in fucking work. David was working when nobody was paying attention to him. Oh, we going there today, and it is what it is, and this won't be long at all. David was out there taking care of the fucking sheep. That was a lowly job. These brothers didn't have time for that bullshit. That was a job for the rejects. Oh, we going there today. Nobody really wanted to do that shit. Walk around and take care of fucking sheep. Deal with the fucking coyotes and wolves and foxes coming to get the sheep. Before David became king, before David killed Goliath. And see, here's the trick. People recognize David because, oh man, he stood up to the giant. He killed the giant. He killed Goliath. But before David killed Goliath, David had to fight those wolves and foxes and coyotes watching over the sheep. Before David killed Goliath, he had to face his giant, which is fucking a lion. Before David killed Goliath, he had to kill a fucking bear. What does that mean? As a chosen one. See, people don't understand how the fuck can you go through all the hell that you've gone through. How, people talk to me, Elijah, how did you go through that shit this year? How did you get abandoned and kicked to the curb and be homeless and da-da-da-da? You went through all that shit this year, and then a few months later, you bounced back on your feet and went to Egypt, and you're doing whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop and da-da-da-da. How the fuck did you go through that? Because I faced my bears. I had faced my lions, my wolves, and all those other fucking animals before I faced my fucking giant. See, and people don't understand that shit. They see you today, and they don't understand all the hell you've gone through. They don't understand. They can't comprehend the pain and the struggles that you've endured through your life. See, because they ain't gone through shit, they automatically assume you ain't gone through shit. Because they're superficial and immature and ain't working on their bullshit, they automatically assume you're the same way. They don't understand the amount of work you put in to heal your trauma. They don't understand. They can't comprehend the amount of trauma you've gone through. And so they don't think that you're ready to face this giant. There's no way you could face Goliath and overcome Goliath. When you look at all David's brothers, they were all bigger than him. They were all stronger than him. They were soldiers. But they were afraid of the fucking giant. They were afraid of fucking Goliath. They were intimidated by Goliath. Why were they afraid of Goliath? Why were all these fucking soldiers intimidated by this giant? Because they hadn't faced their bears. They haven't faced their lions. They haven't faced their coyotes and their wolves. See, it's the struggles of the past that prepares us, that grooms us, that gets us ready to face our giants. Because we faced all these things in the past, because we've gone through the hell we've gone through, because we didn't just survive the bullshit, but we thrived through the bullshit and we grew through this shit, now we can face these other giants. We're not intimidated by these fucking giants. We don't give a fuck about these people. And it's not that we don't give a fuck about their growth and development. We don't give a fuck about being scared of them. We're not impressed with them. We're not intimidated by them. We're not moved by their quote unquote power. And so we face our giants because we faced our bears, because we faced our lions. David learned how to be a great king. Not by being a great king. David learned how to be a great king and how to pay attention to the details by watching the sheep, by paying attention to the sheep, by doing the job that nobody else wanted, the job that was beneath them, the job they didn't think would pay off, that would amount to anything. See, David did the bullshit work. And because he did the bullshit work, he just didn't sit there like, man, I don't know why these motherfuckers got me watching shit. I'm better than this. And David didn't do that shit. David took that diligently. David took that serious. David put in the work. And because he put in the work, God said, yeah, that's mine. That's mine. And I'm show the world that he's mine. He's different. He's called out. He's set apart. I sanctified him. I set him apart. He's different. He may look like everybody else, but he's different. There's something peculiar about David. There's something peculiar about a chosen one, and you can't quite put your hand on it. You know it's something different, but you don't quite understand it. It's God's stamp of approval. You can't see it. You can't quite understand it. You just know there's something different about this motherfucker right here. I can't quite understand it. I can't quite put my hands on it, but there's something powerful. There's something magical. There's something mystical about this motherfucker right here. The one everybody rejects. The one nobody wants. The one everybody's looking down on. The one everybody's talking about. The one everybody's disrespecting. There's something peculiar about this one. Watch how you treat God's chosen. Watch how you treat people that you don't think are shit. See, because it comes back to having a way of biting you in your motherfucking ass. It has a way of coming back and slapping the dog shit out of you. See, David was that little rejected brother. the little puny one, the little scrawny one. You ain't worth shit, so you just go out there and watch the shit. We got this over here. We'll go defend the country over here. We'll protect the family over here. You just take care of the fucking sheep. And that's how they treat chosen ones. That's how chosen ones are treated. Like they ain't shit. Like they ain't gonna amount to shit. But they don't understand the battles that chosen ones have to go through. They don't see the work that chosen ones have had to go through. And people sit there like, damn, how the fuck did you do whoop, and da-da-da-da? How can you keep going after da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da? Because I came into this motherfucking world fighting demons. Because I came into this motherfucking world fighting my giants, my bears, and my lions. From the time I was a little fucking baby, I was fighting monsters. From the time I was a baby, I was fighting my fucking father. From the time I was a baby, I saw my father murder my mama. I was molested at an early age. I came into the world fighting. And y'all tripping up because I've had to go through whoop-de-whoop. And this ain't shit compared to the shit that I've gone through. As a chosen one. See, David learned how to be a great king by watching the sheep, by protecting the sheep, by looking out for the sheep. Yeah, he did. As chosen ones. See why everybody else is turning up, why everybody else is getting lit, while everybody else is doing them and living their life, their greatest life. But they flexing and flossing and all this other bullshit. Chosen ones are putting in that work. Chosen ones are abandoned and rejected and unwanted. Oh, you can't hang out with us. You just weird. There's something about you. It's just weird. You trying too hard to be like us. You ain't one of us. You just keep your ass over there with the motherfucking nerds and squares and lames and corny ass motherfuckers. No fucking weirdos. Watch how you treat one of God's. Keep your mouth off of God's children. And see, the trip is, you don't know who's God's and who ain't God's. Because you think that all these big time motherfuckers, man, they're connected to God. Look how God's blessed them. Nah, that's not how God works. You'll never see God choosing people like that in the Bible. In any historical book, you'll never see God using those type of people. He let them do what the fuck they do, but those aren't the people that God has chosen. He's allowed them to be great distractions and entertainers and all that other superficial bullshit. But he's never allowed them to move the people. He's never allowed them to help the people heal. He's never allowed them or used them to bring righteousness and growth and development and healing to the nation. Any nation. They can sing for you, they can entertain you, but they can't help you fucking heal. They can't help you fucking grow the fuck up. They can't help you deal with your bullshit. And so, David goes up and kills Goliath. Everybody wants to pay attention to David now. Everybody wants to, how the fuck did you do that? Everybody was scared to go out and face him. Nobody would face this giant. And here's the trick. The story of the war, David and the Philistines, or the children of Israel and the Philistines, was the Philistines said, you know what? We're not going to have everybody die. You send out your greatest warrior. We'll send out our greatest warrior. And whoever wins this battle out of these two guys wins the war. So you got two countries, two groups of people depending on one person from each camp. And whoever wins that out of that battle, their group wins the war. Solomon. Excuse me, not Solomon. I can't even think of the king's name. Saul, King Saul. He was the leader of the Israelites, of the Hebrews. He didn't want to go out and fight. He saw their fucking giant. Nope, he didn't go out and fight. All his men saw that big motherfucker. And they're like, oh, hell no, I ain't going out there to fight. Here come David. David ain't even coming to fight. David, the chosen one, the anointed one, the one that God has been using out there and preparing and grooming for this fucking moment. See, you guys thought David just blew up because of the scene. David was groomed for this. David was prepared for this. David was called for this. This is divine intervention. This is divine timing. This is David meeting destiny. Every chosen one has a date with destiny. Every chosen one has a date where, man, okay, it all makes sense now. That's why I went through da-da-da-da. Because had I not gone through da-da-da-da-da, I couldn't be here, right now, to be able to do woo. So David's there to give his brothers a message. That's all David came for. David wasn't coming to fight. David wasn't prepared to fight. David was coming to give his brothers a message for his daddy. Look at that. David was just a little fucking messenger. You can't fight. Just go tell your brothers this. And hurry and bring your ass back home so you can watch the sheep. And David goes out to give the brothers the message. And he hears the commotion. He sees the fear in his brothers and all the other soldiers, the trained murderers and killers. He sees the fear in them. And he hears this commotion, this beast over here doing all the yeah. There's a whole lot of motherfuckers out there, yeah, doing a whole lot of talking, but ain't saying shit. And motherfuckers are intimidated because of their size. Motherfuckers are intimidated because of who they're connected to. Because they think they got some influence. They think they have some power. And so David's like, who the fuck is this motherfucker disrespecting God like that? Who the fuck is this? And y'all scared? Oh, hell nah. Give me some rocks. Where's my slingshot at? Give me 5 rocks. I'm taking this motherfucker out. Saul and everybody, here, put on my shield. Here, put on this. Here. David wasn't trained for war. David wasn't trained for this according to these soldiers. He was just a messenger. He was just a sheep herder. You just watch the sheep. But these motherfuckers are so scared. Here, David, go. We're not going. They couldn't go. Because it wasn't part of their destiny. It was the chosen one's destiny. It was the time that God was going to reveal his true chosen one. It was the time set aside for God to show the world his chosen one. The greatest of all of them was the one looked down on by all of them. The greatest of all of them was the one that they dismissed, was the one that they rejected, Was the one that they abandoned, the one that they dismissed and belittled and talked about. He was the greatest out of all of them. He didn't take their spears, their sword, their shields. Take none of that shit. He took a fucking slingshot and went and picked up 5 rocks and hit that giant motherfucker square in the head. And then took his own fucking sword and chopped off his fucking head. Because that's what chosen ones do. Chosen ones kill giants. Put out a video the other day. I killed giants. This is what chosen ones do. Everybody else talking, they talk, oh yeah, I'm motherfuckers are cowards, really. Truth come to it. Truth be told, they really scared. They just don't want nobody else to know. Chosen one comes out. They see a situation. Oh, hell no, we ain't got time for this shit. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all motherfuckers back here hiding for real? Oh, y'all wasn't there when I had to kill that motherfucking lion. Oh, y'all wasn't there when I had to kill that fucking bear. Fuck this two-legged motherfucker. Because he'd been prepared for it. He'd been groomed for this. This was his destiny. Watch how you talk about people. Watch how you look down on people. Watch how you dismiss people. Watch who you turn your back on. Watch who you say ain't shit. Yeah. That might be that one. That might be the next David. That might be a chosen one you dismissing. You saying ain't shit, ain't never been shit, won't be shit, his daddy wasn't shit. That might be a chosen one you fucking over. Or you think you about to fuck over. Man. We go through some shit as chosen ones. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. You go through a life of crazy shit. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's to prepare you. It's to groom you. It's to get you ready for your date with destiny. It's to get you ready for your greatness. But you got to go through the bullshit. You got to grow through the bullshit. You got to understand the bullshit. I tell people all the time, I was talking to a couple people yesterday, and I was telling them, it's like, man, all the shit that I've gone through in life, I would gladly go through everything all over again if I had to. If I had to come back to earth and go through the exact same bullshit all over again, I would gladly do it. I would gladly do it. Been abused and rejected by my father. Seen him murder my mother. Growing up without a mom. Been molested and abused by my auntie and uncles, and just all the shit that I've gone through. All the heartbreaks and the rejections and all the shit that I've gone through with women. I would gladly go through that shit all over again. I would. Not because I'm a glutton for punishment, nah, but because I've learned the lesson. I've understood and I've learned that, man, I've had to go through all those things for particular reasons. I wouldn't be the man that I am today had I not experienced all that pain and suffering, had I not experienced all that trauma. I wouldn't have the knowledge and the wisdom and the insight that I have if I hadn't gone through all that shit. See, there's a whole lot of people go through shit, but they don't grow through it. It's a whole lot of motherfuckers sitting around the world with woe is me stories and and I went through this and I went through but they ain't grew through this shit. They ain't never learned the fucking lesson. They ain't never learned the wisdom from the lesson. They've never learned the importance of the lesson. So they got stuck in the bullshit. They got stuck in the fucking trauma. And as chosen ones, we're here to be a beacon of hope, a beacon of love, a beacon of light. Not to condemn other people, not to dismiss or minimize or look down on other people, but to show humanity. You could go through some bullshit. You could go through hard times, challenging times, fucked up times. But you could grow through it. You could heal from it and continue on your journey. And every time you grow, every time you heal, your light becomes a little brighter. Your beacon shines a little brighter. And every step you go up, your bright shines that much more. We don't come here looking for the fame and all the other bullshit. We come here wanting to help people heal, wanting to help people grow and become the best them possible. Man, hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, to challenge your way of thinking. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. We have to understand who we are and why we're here. We have to stop being a victim. We have to stop talking about woe is me and life's not fair and da-da-da. We have to grow the fuck up and deal with our bullshit, deal with our pain and our suffering and our trauma. That's how we help others. That's how we encourage others. That's how we inspire others. That's how we uplift others. Happy healing. I love you. Peace.